The 21-22 Air Force women's basketball team will go down in the record books as the best in the squad's Division I history of 25 years. Like most successful seasons, this one all started with an idea. Well before any games were played, these ladies decided their future and a goal was set.
Top 5, that's definitely doable, and that'll give us something to go for instead of just oh, we're out here to win games.
Every goal was really their goal, and it was their level of accountability was fantastic.
The accountability grew throughout 11 non-conference games, which included a win against Denver and a close call with Pac-12 team Colorado, an eventual NCAA tournament team that was in the midst of a 13-game winning streak.
That's been the biggest thing for me after watching this team for so many years, the amount of toughness that this specific team brings to the floor. You know how difficult it is to be down 13, to come back, look like a completely different team, and to have that large of a swing they had against Denver was extremely tough. And to come out here today and be as resilient, as you said, as they have been, this has been the type of game the Falcons want to play.
A 6-5 mark after non-conference play was the first winning record in 15 years, but what loomed ahead was 4 of 5 games on the road, starting with a rough loss at Nevada.
After that loss in Nevada, that's how Air Force has felt the last 3 years of, oh, we lost, there's on the road, there's always external factors. I just went, no more. This team is too good for that. We've set that culture. Something needs to change. And so I did take it personally of we're just going to win this game. Utah State was down a couple of their big players. And I just, okay, there's no one in the paint to stop me. Let's do it.
Do it they did, rolling past Utah State behind Jones's 19 points and 15 rebounds, then stunning Colorado State behind a pair of freshmen, Joe Hunteber and Lauren Mcdonald, who combined for 29 points on 6 of 9 shooting beyond the arc. With a 2-3 record, the Falcons were starting to take off, but a myriad of issues tried their best to take them down. Losing players to COVID protocols, injuries, and other outside factors gave this team plenty of reasons to lose heart. But those who couldn't play still found ways to join the fight.
Being a senior, you just have to have a different attitude about it. You don't get to sit and sulk about it. You have people that are still looking up to you and still looking to you to be a leader. So just putting kind of how I was feeling aside and just making sure that I put my teammates and this team first.
Attitudes like that lifted this team through all of the tough times, including a game with Nevada where Air Force had just 2 reserve players.
Coach said, we're not expected to win that game, but we can certainly win it, so why not try?
You don't really know what you can do until you have no choice. And they approached it like they have so many things. Just, well, this is the way it is, and we need to find a way.
6 players almost did the unthinkable, coming within a single point of the win. As players could return for the final 10 games of the regular season, this team showed that things had definitely changed from the Air Force ways of old.
Coach kind of threw around 3rd place, 4th place, 5th place, and that was our goal. So we knew that those games were really important for us if we wanted to achieve our goal.
Along the way, the Falcons claimed 4 regular season sweeps of Mountain West opponents, topping Colorado State, San Diego State, Utah State, and San Jose State, both home and away. The 4 total sweeps matched the entire output of Air Force teams since joining the conference 23 years prior. 7 wins in the final 10 landed the Falcons in 5th place, not only achieving the goal they'd set, but landing a bye in the Mountain West tourney, then a date with the one team they wanted to play the most, Nevada.
Oh, beautiful spin move and finish. Sierra Winters with the bucket, trying to push the tempo, and they get the shot off at the free throw line. Good. Pretty stroke from Riley Snyder. Oh, and again, a 3 ball for the Falcons. Falcons beat this team, but you got to make shots. And here's another open one, and the Falcons are hot, including Riley Snyder, who comes out shooting. She is 2 of 2 from downtown, 3 of 3. She's got an early 8 in the offense. The flow, Nevada can't get set, and you put the ball in the hands of Snyder, and oh baby. As Winters' second and third efforts, wow, the hustle by her. The Falcons make them pay.
In the mix for Air Force, number 33.
He'll take that anytime. Speaking of, here she is, and there she is again. Nikki McDonald, the junior from Chicago. Huntemer back in. The freshman's good. Joe Huntemer. Shot clock winding down. Got to get the shot off, and they do. Audrey Thompson straight through.
That's the backbreaker right there.
Dagger. So the semifinal is set. 1 seed UNLV and 5 seed Air Force.
Air Force shot a season best 51% from the floor. Snyder and Winters leading the way with 17 points each, a dominating performance unlike any tournament game the school had ever played. In the conference semifinal, UNLV benefited from a cooled-off Falcon team and put an end to the tournament run.
I took my jersey off and kind of laid it down, and I was like, wow, I'm never going to play in this again. So yeah, it was just really emotional, and I mean, there were tears from everybody. Like it was such a good season. Like we didn't want it to end.
Due to their body of work, the season didn't end. For the first time ever, the women of Air Force were going to play in the postseason. A bid in the WNIT sent them to San Francisco to play the Dons, and they didn't disappoint.
Winters has it, right elbow, hands to Snyder, in from the right, layup up and in! To Laura McDonald, right sideline above the three-point line, now to Nikki, open three, top of the key, lets it fly and hits! Nikki McDonald hits the three, gives to Nikki McDonald, three, right side, not there, Huntemer gets the rebound on the baseline. Now a jumper, right side, and it's up and good. Heath. Lauren has it, top of the key, drifting left, gets a screen from her sister Nikki, who now has it, top of the key. Back to Lauren, high left, shoots a three, got it! From the left side, Lauren McDonald. Now it's Sierra Winters with it for Air Force. Good play by Nikki McDonald because the Dogs had numbers. And Nikki stopped that fast break. Here's Heath, right of the key. Jumper is good. Valaverta loses it, taken by Air Force. Valaverta couldn't hold on to it. Here's Winters with it, down the lane. Throws to McDonald, and now to Snyder, a three. Right side is there. Riley Snyder pushes into the front court. Numbers for Air Force. Gives off left side. Heath floater from 10 is good. Huntemer to Snyder. Snyder in the key. Steps. Jumper. Yes! Here's Winters with it down the lane. Steps through. Layup underhand. Count the basket! And she goes to the line! 42-35 Dons. 4:22 to go. Third quarter. San Francisco really shooting well here in the third. With the basketball, Lauren McDonald, runner from the baseline is good. Heath, back up high to Britt. Zone, 2-3 zone by San Francisco. Jones has it left of the lane. Up high to Britt, outside left. Laura McDonald, a three. Got it! Lauren McDonald with 10. Down three, 9:15 to go in the game. Huntemer, top of the circle. Up high to Jones, above the arc. Haley, now to Snyder, top of the circle. Guarded by McDowell White, and there's Heath who gets it left of the lane. 15 turnovers by San Francisco. Here's a loose ball, knocked away by Winters, taken by Pilson, down the lane, layup, yes! And Air Force leads it, 49-48. 6:01 to go. McDonald to Snyder, top of the circle, drifting to the right. Stops right of the lane from 18, jumper good! Kostic has it. Now a backdoor pass, cut by Valaverta, can't do anything with it, back to Kostic, angle left. Now passes down low through the hands of Gales, taken by Air Force. Pilson with the basketball. Pilson, bounce pass to Winters, down the lane, steps through, left-hand layup up and in! Cormeli wants a screen, shot clock at 10. Cormeli, top of the key, crossover dribble now, right of the circle, right of the lane, lost the basketball. Sierra Winters comes out, lead pass ahead. Camry Heath in from the right, layup good! Here's Cormeli with the basketball against Winters. Drives the lane, stops, and a steal! Camry Heath steals the basketball! In from the right, underhand, layup is good! And that is the ball game. Air Force wins it. The Falcons come to San Francisco, and they win their first game in the WNIT.
That was so you. That was so you guys. That was so everything that makes you good. And that's what you brought to the table. And that's what
LA met a date at historic Pauley Pavilion against the Power 5's UCLA and answered to childhood dreams.
Being able to play at Pauley Pavilion is historic. They have the 42 up there in the gym for Jackie Robinson. They have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's jersey up. They have all these names where you're like, oh my God, like Russell Westbrook went there. These great names, these historic players, and be able to be a peer of theirs just for that night, being like, okay, like at this moment in time, like I am on the same court that Russell Westbrook was on.
Jones played inspired ball, nabbing her 5th double-double of the season, but the Bruins' length was too much, and the remarkable run came to a close. In all, the team finished with 19 wins, almost double the record for a Division I season, and a mark not seen overall in 30 years. As with any good season, accolades came in for jobs well done. Head coach Chris Gobrecht was named Coach of the Year in the conference. Sierra Winters claimed the Defensive Player of the Year award. Her 88 steals on the season are 4th best all time and number 2 in the D1 era. Winters and Brianna Autry-Thompson are now 5 and 4 in the Division I career record book. Riley Snyder was named to the All-Conference team, and along the way, Snyder became the team's most prolific scorer in the D1 era, finishing her career with over 1,600 points, 4th in the overall record book. Haley Jones closed the season with 276 rebounds, 2 shy of the Division I mark, and she closes her career with a total of 614 in 3 seasons, the 6th best mark in the D1 era. The future looks bright for the Falcons as every member of this team earned valuable playing time this year, and now the tone is set for success to continue.
I think this program is on the rise. Like, I'm so excited to watch them. They've got great players, great young players. So I think it wasn't a one and done kind of thing. And I think the young kids really get that, and they're excited about that.
I think they know how hard you have to work to be a competitive team, and I think they want to continue that. I think it's in great hands, and they want to continue to have this program up there.
Regardless of where this team goes from here, this year's story will be a shining gem, one for the history books. Their coach, who's now had success in 4 Division I conferences, including 8 20-win seasons and 9 NCAA tournament appearances, puts it all in perspective.
If you were just to purely say what team probably played up to their potential, the very best of any I've ever coached, it'd probably be this one. This team played up to its potential almost every single doggone game.